Hi, welcome back to FPTV. I'm Jackie Sizing.
And I'm Alexa Asta.
And this is the news.
SGA passes new club on campus.
NCAA announces Player of the Week.
Intramural signups are in the foyer.
Sunday's open house was a success.
Men's baseball victory.
Upgrades occurring across campus.
Snowstorm predicted next week.
This is FPTV News.
Events for this upcoming weekend are the GSA Gender Bender. This night is dedicated to showing up in a gender that you do not identify as. The goal is for everyone to feel included and not restricted to the gender stereotypes that exist today. This event has been very successful in the past, and GSA has high hopes for it this weekend. It will take place on Sunday, April 7th in Spag Hall at 7 p.m. Now to Dina in Spag Hall for Mr. FPU.
Thanks, Margaret. Dina Martucci here at SISTA's annual Mr. FPU. This lands on a special day, International Women's Day. Mr. FPU is a popular FPU event that educates our campus to raise awareness on campus sexual assault.
I find this event so important because we raise awareness against sexual assault and domestic violence, and that is such a crucial and horrible thing that happens, and we need to raise awareness and educate people on how we can stop it.
The contestants must walk a mile in someone's shoes by literally wearing women's high heels. There are other talent sections of this contest that is then judged by the panel of judges to determine the winner. There you have it here at Mr. FPU.
Thanks, Dina. With housing selection right around the corner for students, there has been some concern whether all the students can fit in their designated housing areas. Because the class of 2020 is so large, students may not get the housing they want. In 2016, the freshman class arrived with 660 students. The average FPU class is 450 to 525 students, which means the class of 2016 is 440 students larger than normal. The class size is affecting other students. The freshman class of 2022 is concerned about their ability to upgrade in housing next year. The way student housing number is determined is by their GPA multiplied the amount of credits they have completed. However, there may not be enough space to move into the typical dorms for your class year. Residential life has guaranteed that they can always house students, but it may not be ideal. Now on to sports.
Thanks, Jackie. A pair of Ravens track and field athletes turned in school record-breaking times at the Florida Relays on March 29th. Senior Cece Telfer and junior Trevor Guay competed in the 400-meter hurdles, with Telfer clocking in at 57.79 seconds. That time earned her an automatic bid for the NCAA championship, which will be held in Kingsville, Texas in May. Telfer's time was good for a third-place finish and made her one of two Division II athletes to meet the automatic qualifying standard. Guay had himself a solid outing as well. He finished 21st overall with a time of 53.01 seconds, good enough to qualify for the New England Championships. Shifting to lacrosse, with the men's team sits 4-2 on the season and has shown promise with close losses to higher-ranked opponents like St. Anselm and Bentley. A large reason for the Ravens' early success in their season has been the offensive sophomore transfer like Mike Allenbrandy. Allenbrandy spent his freshman year at the now-closed Mount Ida College, has scored 11 times through 6 games for the Ravens, including a buzzer beater to win an 11-10 over St. Mike's at Sodexo Field. He scored 16 times last season for the Mustangs on the way to the winning Great Northeast Athletic Conference Rookie of the Year award. With 7 games remaining on the season, the Ravens will look to their new star to continue producing two down the stretch. Now on to weather with Bri.
It's getting warmer here in Ringe, and the ice on Pearly is almost all gone. The weather this week is going to be in the mid-40s and climbing. Look for snow showers on Friday and a possible windstorm on Wednesday. And that's all I have for you in the weather. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, guys. Nipsey Hussle, an activist, a community organizer, and a Grammy-nominated rapper, was killed Sunday, March 21st, outside of his store in Los Angeles. Hussle was dedicated to changing his community by creating a STEM program, Too Big to Fail. The program is in the heart of Crenshaw to teach children of minorities science, technology, engineering, and math. He teamed up with Dave Gross, a real estate developer and entrepreneur, to make his project come alive. He planned on attending an anti-gang violence meeting with LA Police Chief and Rock Nation, but was murdered that night outside of his clothing store, The Marathon. Police Chief Monroe says, "I saw the name Nipsey Hussle, and I looked at that again, and I looked at that again, and it was like I couldn't believe it." This is a voice I was trying to help. Hussle purchased real estate in Crenshaw and was preparing to promote commerce in this unique urban community. He was devoted to teaching minority children about bettering themselves by staying out of the streets and into the books. The lack of opportunity can make gang culture a more viable option. He was dedicated to creating programs to show the youth that education and knowledge is very important. Hussle was also working on a documentary about the late Dr. Sebi, a Honduran herbalist who is known for having the cure of HIV and AIDS. Dr. Sebi won his case against the state of New York in the federal court. He was later murdered. Hussle wants to spread his message and educate the community about Dr. Sebi. Hussle told radio host Big Boy that he wants his program to be the bridge between the Silicon Valley and the inner city. He is aware of the lack of diversity in the science and technology fields. He wanted to make a change, not only for himself, but his community. Hussle said, growing up as a kid, I was looking for somebody, not to give me anything, but somebody that cared. Many schools in urban communities are underfunded and overlooked. An arrest warrant for Hussle's murderer, Eric Holder, was issued on April 2nd. Holder was later arrested in Bellflower by LAPD. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks for watching FPTV. I'm Jackie Sizing.
And I'm Alexa Asta.
Tune in next week.